Hello ladies and gentlemen of the jury. If you follow me on other social media platforms or even saw me on the news, you know that Kherkher Garcia represents half of the crew members of the Pappy's Pride vessel, which resulted in a deadly collision on January 14, 2020, when a 600-foot Norwegian oil tanker collided with it in the Houston ship channel. Our firm represents the only surviving seaman and the family of one of the deceased sailors. And I thought I would just make a quick video to update the public on what is going on in that case. Well, before the bodies of all the crew members could be returned to their family while they were laying at the bottom of the Houston ship channel, Odjfell, the Norwegian oil tanking company, filed a limitation of liability, effectively suing all the victims of their negligence. Now, for those of you who aren't versed in maritime law, what a limitation of liability is an ancient, archaic statute. It has its roots in the British Empire, and it essentially states that a shipping company is only liable to the extent of the value of the vessel plus the cargo that caused the collision. So like I was just saying, before the bodies could even be returned to their families, Odjfell is already trying to mitigate their damages. They filed a limitation of liability stating that the vessel plus the cargo it was carrying at the time of the accident was worth roughly $30 million. But we believe this is a bad faith estimate on the part of Odjfell. We believe that the vessel plus the cargo amount is worth actually a lot more than that, and we are currently retaining experts to provide a fair and proper analysis. We aren't going to let them get away with this. We are going to do everything in our power to make sure they are held responsible and that the victims of this preventable accident are given the justice they deserve. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I'm going to provide more details on this case as we continue to get them. I've even attached the news article that was done on Stephen Edison, our client and only surviving crewman of the Pappy's Pride. I encourage you to go watch it and hear his story. Thanks again. I rest my case.
Survivor after a collision between his fishing boat and a tanker killed 3 of his friends, and he says it's a miracle he survived. Grace White has the exclusive interview from Galveston tonight. Grace?
Out on these waters, Stephen Edison felt at home. He was in the fishing business for 11 years and says the only way he survived this is a miracle.
It's a real blessing to be here.
Sitting in a hospital bed wheeled into his living room.
I shouldn't be here. You know, something kept me here. And I guess I'm here for a reason.
Stephen Edison looks down at his leg.
My shin bone's broken in both spots.
And wonders how he survived.
I just love being on the water.
The morning of January 14th, Edison took this picture. He was leaving on a 3-day shrimping run to Key West. Aboard the Pappy's Pride, it was him and 3 others. But just as they got going, conditions started to change.
I just seen this big old ship come out of the fog, man, and I had seconds, maybe 10 seconds to react.
A 600-foot tanker collided with Pappy's Pride. Edison was dragged under. The shrimping boat sank with his leg lodged in debris, but somehow he managed to break free.
So I started screaming, for help, just saying, I'm over here, I'm over here.
From Air 11, you can see what turned from rescue to recovery. One of Edison's crew members died, and the search continues for the 2 others. Who is at fault is still under investigation, but Edison is filing suit against Odjfell, the company who owns the tanker.
It seemed to be barreling through the ship channel.
Attorney Bob Wynn says the tanker's crew wasn't properly supervised or trained.
That type of behavior and that type of condition, it really puts people's lives at jeopardy.
The company released a statement on its website acknowledging the incident and saying it will fully cooperate with the investigation.
About 2 times already since I've been home, I would have nightmares of drowning.
Back at Edison's home, his mind is on his guys still in the water.
I still got 2 guys on that boat, and I want them out, give them back to their families.
It could be 9 months before Edison walks again, and even when he does, he doubts he'll ever return to these waters. Back to you.
We wish him the best and a long recovery.